Former MADEIN member Gaeun has stepped forward to accuse the CEO of her former agency, identified only as A, of sexual assault. The shocking revelation led to a formal press conference held on April 29th, organized by the Hanbit Labor Rights Center. This wasn't just a legal statement, it was a direct confrontation, with Gaeun's own mother standing before the press, seeking truth, accountability, and healing. They demanded three things: an official apology, the removal of the alleged perpetrator, and a full explanation for the traumatic incident. But what's perhaps most infuriating is that instead of supporting the victim, the agency expelled Gaeun from the group and blamed her for everything. Agency accused of manipulation and gaslighting. Following the assault, the agency reportedly acted unilaterally, terminating Gaeun's contract and portraying her as the problem. In November, a report surfaced claiming she had broken rules by bringing a boyfriend to the dorms. That story, now called a fabrication by her legal representatives, was never approved by Gaeun and was allegedly created to shift public attention and discredit her. At the time, she was already suffering in silence, and now, with the truth coming out, that narrative appears to have been nothing more than a manipulation by the very people she trusted. Before we continue, please leave a like and subscribe. It really helps me keep bringing you daily K-pop news. I appreciate it. JTBC investigation adds fuel to the fire. Around the same time, JTBC's crime chief broadcasted a report about a member of a multinational girl group who had allegedly been sexually assaulted by her agency CEO. Viewers quickly connected the dots. The clues pointed to Gaeun. Although the agency denied any wrongdoing, Gaeun suddenly halted all activities, citing health issues. But it didn't take long for fans and netizens to suspect there was more behind the sudden disappearance of a rising idol. Gaeun breaks her silence with a handwritten letter. After months of painful silence, Gaeun released a handwritten letter. No flashy announcements, no PR-filtered interviews, just her raw truth, written with gratitude, sorrow, and bravery. Hello, this is Gaeun. It took me longer than I thought to write this. In a world filled with recordings and untrue stories I didn't even know existed, it made it hard and took much courage to speak out. Despite all this, I genuinely thank everyone who believed in me. She thanked her fans for their patience and apologized for the time it took to speak out. She explained how deeply her dream of becoming an idol mattered to her. Idol dreams turned into a nightmare. Gaeun's pain only deepened when she learned of her removal from the group. Not in a meeting, not from her manager, but from a news article. The lack of closure and the inability to say goodbye to fans still haunt her. I had to leave without any explanation or greeting to the fans, and this still remains a deep wound to me. Even through suffering, she never wanted to quit. She wanted to endure, not out of obligation, but because this life was her dream. But she was never given that choice. Her mother speaks out. She told him to stop. At the press conference, Gaeun's mother delivered one of the most heartbreaking statements of the day. Fighting through tears, she admitted that she had encouraged her daughter to endure, believing that hardship was simply part of adult life. I told my daughter she had to endure to reach her goals. I always just told her that she started it because she wanted to. I would just follow without expressing my opinion because I was afraid my child would be harmed. She now carries regret, feeling that she failed to protect her daughter when it mattered most. And when she finally realized what had been happening, that the CEO continued to touch Gaeun after she had clearly told him to stop, it was already too late. The child sent me distress signals a few times, but I didn't listen. As a result of ignoring her, something unimaginable happened to the child. 143 Entertainment responds to allegations. Shortly after the press conference by Gaeun's legal team, 143 Entertainment, MADEIN's agency, released an official statement addressing the allegations. They began by apologizing for the controversy involving their CEO, but quickly claimed that many parts of the claims made by the member differ from the facts. The agency stated it is fully cooperating with the ongoing police investigation and aims to correct any distortions based on objective evidence. Additionally, they accused Gaeun's side of requesting a large financial settlement for what they called one-sided claims about an incident reported last year. According to the agency, the complaint was only filed 6 months later, after the settlement was rejected. 143 Entertainment closed by saying they hope this situation leads to the full truth being revealed and promise to take full legal responsibility based on the outcome. What Gaeun endured should never happen to anyone, especially not to someone chasing a dream with passion and sincerity. This situation highlights just how vulnerable young artists are in an industry that too often puts power over people. I truly hope this becomes a turning point, not just for Gaeun's healing, but for real accountability in the entertainment industry. What do you think about this case? Let me know in the comments. I really want to hear your thoughts on this.